have to feel it. That God whom we worship is not away. We are neglecting it, so we must experience in us. यथोक्तेन ज्ञानेन ज्ञातव्यम किम मिथ्याकांक्षायां महागेयम. What will be the result? Result will be liberation. Geyam yattat pravakshami yajgyatva amratam ashnute anadi matparam brahma anadi matparam brahma न सत्तं नासदुच्यते ज्ञेयं यत् प्रवक्ष्यामि ज्ञेयं यत् प्रवक्ष्यामि यज्ञात्वामृतमश्नुते यज्ञात्वामृतमश्नुते अनादिमत् परं ब्रह्म अनादिमत् परं ब्रह्म न सत्तन्नासदुच्यते न सत्तन्नासदुच्यते ज्ञेयं यत् प्रवक्ष्यामि ज्ञेयं यत् प्रवक्ष्यामि यज्ञात्वामृतमश्नुते यज्ञात्वामृतमश्नुते अनादिमत् परं ब्रह्म अनादिमत् परं ब्रह्म न सत्तन्नासदुच्यते न सत्तन्नासदुच्यते ज्ञेयं यत्तत् प्रवक्ष्यामि. What is to be experienced, what is to be known, that I am going to tell you in detail. What is that? Yajgyatva amratam ashnute. By knowing which you become eternal, your death, your life, your sickness all disappear. That we are going to tell. Anadimat param brahma. What is that Geya? It is beginningless, anadimat, and param, endless, and highest Brahm. Na sat, neither it is existence like the trees and earth, because if it exists that way, then it must perish. Because these things are changing. It does not exist like the body, and neither it is absent, nor it is existence, nor it is non-existence. Non-existence things like the horn of the horses do not exist at all. So it is not that way. It is subtle. So you are trying to feel yourself, you want to know through senses, so it does not exist to senses. At the same time it exists. So this is the question of practice and experience. The man who is ignorant, for him Atma does not exist. The man who has knowledge, for him Atma only exists. This is the difference. Geyam yatat pravakshami, Geyam yatat pravakshami, यज्ञात्वामृतमश्नुते यज्ञात्वामृतमश्नुते अनादिमत् परं ब्रह्म न sattanna saduchyate. So Brahman is spoken as na sat na asat. It is neither being in the sense we see the being nor non-being. In Brahma state all contradictions and conflicts meet in him. In the relative existence, the immortality of the Devas and the death of the human beings emanated from Saguna Brahma. His manifest aspects with variation in the three gunas, Sat, and his unmanifest aspect in which the three gunas disappear in equilibrium is Asat. But in the Nirguna Brahma there is no modification of any kind. The unmanifest state and the unmanifest state, the manifest state and the unmanifest state do not apply to him. He is pure consciousness, having neither a beginning nor an end. While the Devas have relative immortality, Nirguna Brahma is the absolute immortality. This supreme state is to be realized in intuition and Nirvikalpak Samadhi. That Jivatma who intuits this Brahma, Nirvana, gets merged in Brahman, absolute immortality, then becomes his own. He is no more affected by the relative Sat and relative Asat, being and non-being, the manifest state and the unmanifest state. Akhanda Brahman can be experienced in Samadhi only. What follows is all silence, inquiry into the nature of the Purusha and Prakriti, knowledge and ignorance. All these cogitations come to an end. Beatitude alone persists. There the position of the Jivatman is the same as that of the salt doll, incapable of surviving a sea bath. Geyam yatat pravakshami yajñā tvamratamasnute anādimat param brahma na sattanna saduchyate. By this mantra we can feel that we are not doing what we must do. It has Geyam. What Geyam is? Geyam is that by knowing which we become free from all trouble. Do we know anything in us like that? No. Okay, the day you know something in you, you will be free from all trouble. Therefore your knowledge is making you stupid. Your knowledge is dangerous. That knowledge you learn by means of which you become egoistic. You destroy yourself and others, you exploit yourself and others. That you call knowledge, it is ignorance. It puts you into bondage, it will create another person trouble. But knowledge that by means of which you become sweet and sublime. You love all, you never exploit anybody. As long as you are trying to fool yourself and others and trying to exploit, your knowledge is not knowledge, you are fooling yourself. Knowledge that which liberates you and make you lovely person, you never exploit anybody. As long as you are trying to exploit others, so long your knowledge, call it divine or godly, it is just to make you fool. Mantra is telling Anādimat param, something in you beginningless and endless. Why are you searching outside? Na sat na saduchyate. It is not like the skeleton, you can tell it is. Anything which is will be no more. God is not that way. Neither it is not, because it supports everything. So it is. It cannot be called existence. Tree exists, therefore it has a beginning and end. Atma does not exist in that way. Anything around us exists, it has a beginning and end. Does God exist that way? No. So in that sense, it is not existence. It is not non-existence either. Because it is, you feel yourself, you are. So you are always invisible. But still you are. Invisibility does not mean that you are not. You feel yourself, you are. But what you are, you cannot grasp it. Like you grasp your head and ear, Atma is not like that. Because if it is like that, then it is not worthwhile. Knowing of Atman inside, how to know that I am, knowing correctly. He gives correctly. If you know, you will be free from your ignorance, from your exploitation, from your anger, from your stupidity. And you will love all, and you will understand all. In the state of ignorance, man is not trying to understand all. He is trying to understand his ego alone. He judges everything right and wrong from the point of his own ego. If you are fit in his own ego, you are God. If you are unfit, you might be God, you are out. As long as you are available to my exploitation, so long I understand you are very good. This is ignorance. It has knowledge will liberate you. Truth liberates right. It has no private property. It is universal truth. Knowledge your is knowledge of the universe. How to know it that? Mantra present further idea. Sarvendriya gunabhasam. Sarvendriya gunabhasam. Sarvendriya vivarjitam. Asaktam. Sarva vrichaiva. Nirgunam. Gunabhoktricha. Sarvendriya gunabhasam. Sarvendriya vivarjitam. Asaktam. Sarva vrichaiva. Nirgunam. Gunabhoktricha. Sarvendriya gunabhasam. It is shining through all sensations. Because this is the discovery of the self in you. That is the magic. It is present all the time, find it out. If it is somewhere hidden, then difficult. It is not hidden, very open. Can you find it out? That God whom you search, can you find it out? How will you find it out? What are the signs? Sarva indriya gunabhasam. Sarvani chatani indriyani surtrandini buddhindriya karmendriyani sarvendriyani gunan abhasayati abhasam. All senses are operating as long as they are getting the energy of the self. So can you separate sensation from consciousness? If you can do that, you know it. Sarvendriya gunabhasam. Sarva indriya vivarjitam. At the same time, it is free from every sensation. You cannot have any sensation without your consciousness. At the same time, you cannot have any type of enjoyment without God. At the same time, He is not interested in your activities. He just helps you, you go ahead. Asaktam. It is detached from your life completely. At the same time, faithfully remains with us. Sarva vrachaiva. It nourishes all activity of life, physical, mental, spiritual. Nirgunam, beyond any contact, and guna bhoktricha. It is enjoyer of everything and free from all. Can you experience something is in you like that? Sarvendriya gunabhasam. Sarvendriya vivarjitam. Sarvendriya vivarjitam. अशक्तं सर्वभ्रेचैव निर्गुणं गुणभोक्तृ च निर्गुणं गुणभोक्तृ च बहिरन्तश्च भूतानाम् अचरं चरमेव चायचरं चरमेव च बहिरन्तश्च भूतानाम् अचरं चरमेव चायचरं चरमेव च सूक्ष्मत्वात् तदविज्ञेयम् दूरस्थं चान्तिके च तन्दूरस्थं चान्तिके च तन् बहिरन्तश्च भूतानाम् बहिरन्तश्च भूतानाम् अचरं चरमेव चायचरं चरमेव च सूक्ष्मत्वात् तन् अविज्ञेयम् दूरस्थं चान्तिके च यन् चान्तिके च यन् बहि. It is bahi, beyond the sensation, because it is not the victim of the sensation. Antasya, at the same time it is within. Bhutanam bahi antasya, it is within the created universe and beyond. Acharam charame vacha, it is moving for those who are ignorant. It is unmoving for those who are wise, and it is moving for those who are ignorant. Bahirantasya, bahi tvakparyantam deham atmatvena vidya kalpitam apekshitam eva vadhim kritva bahi uchyate. Whatever body, mind and senses are in us, from the relation of that it is beyond. तथा प्रत्यगात्मानं अपेक्ष्य देहम एव अपदिम कृत्वा अंतः उच्यते. It is present everywhere, therefore it is in. बहिरन्तस्य इत्युक्ते मध्ये अभावे प्राप्ते इदम उच्यते अचरम चरम एव च. यच्चराचरम देहाभासम अपि तत् एव गेयम रज्जु सर्पाभासः. Whatever is in this universe, acharam charam eva cha, moving, unmoving, it is that. It is very contradicting. You can feel it. It is beyond, it is within. It is moving, it is unmoving. It is it is not it. So it is called koan, conflict. You have to feel it and you will get meaning. If you want to understand it by words, you will not get it. It is and it is not. And that difficulty you have in everything, not only in God. Television program you see, where it is? Same thing. It is within. Yes. It is not within. Yes, because it is present everywhere, not only in the TV. It is within? No. Is it not within? Yes. It is within and without both? No and yes. Oh, that way is reality. It so it is out, at the same time it is within, it is moving. If you take radio and move on the road, program is moving. At the same time it is not moving. It depends on manifestation. So we are experiencing that reality from the point of view of manifestation. Sukshmatvat tat avigyayam. It is not to be known because of subtlety. It is far away and very near. Bahirantasya bhutanam, bahirantasya bhutanam, acharam charameva cha, acharam charameva cha, sukshmatvat tadavigyayam, durastam chantike cha tad, durastam chantike cha tad, अविभक्तं च भूतेषु विभक्तं इव च स्थितं विभक्तं इव च स्थितं भूतभर्तृ च तज्ज्ञेयम् गृहीष्णु प्रभविष्णु च गृहीष्णु प्रभविष्णु च अविभक्तं च भूतेषु विभक्तम् इव च स्थितं भूतभर्तृ च तद्ज्ञेयम् गृहीष्णु प्रभविष्णु च अविभक्तं च तत्प्रतिदेहं व्योमवत् तत् एकं. Like a space it is one, but it is shining in everybody. Atma are not two, one in me, one in you, one in God, one in demon. They are one. Still there is a variety. The variety is from the point of view of ego. Vyomavad tat ekam, bhuteshu sarvapranishu vibhaktam iva chastitam. But it is existing like it is many. One self existing in so contradiction with one another, it looks like many. Bhuta bhartri cha tat. It is supporter of all beings. Giyam Grishishnu Prabhavishnu cha. At the beginning of the universe, it is Bhuta Bhartri, when it nourishes. Grishishnu. Grishishnu. At the end of the universe, it eat it up. Prabhavishnu, Utpatti Kale. It generate again. So three quality. Bhuta Bhartri, Grishishnu, Prabhavishnu. Pralaya Kale cha Grishishnu. Grishishnu means it makes grass. It eat it up. Everything becomes food. Grishishnu. Utpatti Kale Prabhavishnu. Prabhavanaशीlam. At the beginning it creates them. And when they are created, then Bhuta Bhartri. Sthiti Kale Bhuta Bhartri. It supports them. So three activities are going on of this relative universe depend on the self. Your self was the beginning of the universe. It is now, it will continue. But if you remember yourself, recognize yourself by body and mind and senses, then you are lost. You will have suffering and misery because they have to pass through three states. They are born, they grow, they die. Again they are born, they grow, they die. If you are happy in that, no question, remain there. If you are unhappy and you want to be free, then you have to know yourself who you are. Abhivaktam cha bhuteshu, yavivaktam cha bhuteshu, vivaktam iva cha sthitam, vivaktam iva cha sthitam, bhuta bhartri cha tangiyam. Grishishnu Prabhavishnu cha, Grishishnu Prabhavishnu cha. Om Shanti. Samapi
Jyotisamapi
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 Tajyotihi
Tajyoti
Tamasa
Tamasa
Paramuchyate
Paramuchyate
Jnanam
Jnanam
Gneyam
Gneyam
Jnanagamyam
Jnanagamyam
Radi
Radi
Sarvasya
Sarvasya
Vishtitam
Vishchitam
Jyotisamapi tanjoti Jyotisamapi tanjoti Jyotisamapi tanjoti
Jyotisamapi tanjoti
Tamasa paramuchyate Tamasa paramuchyate Jnanam Gneyam Jnanagamyam Jnanam Gneyam Jnanagamyam Radi sarvasya vishtitam Radi sarvasya vishtitam ज्योतिषामपि तज्ज्योति
ज्योतिषामपि तज्ज्योति
तमसा परमुच्यते तमसा परमुच्यते ज्योतिषामपि तज्ज्योति
ज्योतिषामपि तज्ज्योति
तमसा परमुच्यते तमसा परमुच्यते ज्ञानं ज्ञेयं ज्ञानगम्यं ज्ञानं ज्ञेयं ज्ञानगम्यं हृदि सर्वस्य विष्ठितं हृदि सर्वस्य विष्ठितं ज्योतिषाम् अपि
ज्योतिषामपि
तज्ज्योतिः
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 ज्योतिषामपि
ज्योतिषामपि
तमसा परम्
तमसा परम्
उच्यते. The light within which is shining in us, it is Jyotihi, light. Jyotisham api Jyoti, it is not only light, but it is light of all light. Tamasah paramuchyate, it has no darkness as reflection. Jnanam, it is knowledge, shining in human being in the form of cognition. Geyam, it is the knowledge which is to be known. Other knowledge you know, then you have to forget. Anything which you can forget is not spirit. Spirit is that which you know you can never forget. Sarvasya hridhi vishtitam, it is not absent in any heart, it is present in every heart. Parabrahma or Kutastha illumines the intellect, the mind, the sun, a moon, a star, fire and lightning. He is self-luminous, Swayam Prakasha. The sun does not shine there, nor the moon and the stars, nor do these lightning shines, and much less this fire. When he shines, everything shines after him. All these shine by his light. The knowledge as described, the goal of knowledge, capable of being understood only by jnana or wisdom. These three are jnanam, geyam, jnanagamyam, knowledge and the goal of knowledge and which is to be known. These three are installed in the heart of every living being. Though the light of the sun shines in all objects, yet the sun's light shines more brilliantly in bright and clean objects, such as mirror. Suryakanta Mani. Even so, though Brahman is present in all objects, buddhi or intellect shines with a special effulgence received from Brahman. Jyotisamapi tanjyoti, Jyotisamapi tanjyoti, Jyotisamapi tanjyoti,
Jyotisamapi tanjyoti,
Jyotisam,
Jyotisam,
api tajyoti,
api tajyoti,
tamasa param,
tamasa param,
उच्यते
उच्यते
ज्ञानम
ज्ञानम
ज्ञेयं
ज्ञेयं
ज्ञानगम्यं
ज्ञानगम्यं
हृदि सर्वस्य
हृदि सर्वस्य
विष्ठितं.
विष्ठितम्.
This knowledge is one, but splitting in us three: knower, the thing to be known, and the means of knowing. The same knowledge in relativity splitting into three divisions. Iti kshetram,
Iti kshetram,
tatha jnanam,
तथा ज्ञानम्
ज्ञेयं च
ज्ञेयं च
उक्तं
उक्तं
समासतां
समासतां
मद्भक्तां
मद्भक्तां
एतद्विज्ञाय
एतद्विज्ञाय
मद्भावाय
भावाय
उपपद्यते
उपपद्यते
इति क्षेत्रं तथा ज्ञानम्
इति क्षेत्रं
तथा ज्ञानं ज्ञेयं चोक्तं समासता ज्ञेयं चोक्तं समासता मद्भक्ता
मद्भक्ता
एतन्विज्ञाय
एतद्विज्ञाय
मद्भावायोपपद्यते मद्भावायोपपद्यते इति क्षेत्रम. This way, what is the field? It is the body, gross, subtle and fine. Iti kshetram tatha jnanam. What is the knowledge? It is Atman itself. Gyayam, what is to be known? It is also Atman itself. What is the body? It is the expansion of that self. Cha uktam samasata. It is described here briefly. In detail it cannot be described because one has to experience. Madbhakta,
मद्भक्ता
my devotee, etad vigyaya,
एतद्विज्ञाय
experiencing this fact, madbhavaya,
मद्भावाय
upapadyate,
उपपद्यते
he obtains my form. Meditating on that light day and night, experiencing that, the devotee becomes that light. Iti kshetram tatha jnanam, iti kshetram tatha jnanam, gyeyam chuktam samasata, gyeyam chuktam samasata, madbhakta
मद्भक्ता
एतद्विज्ञाय
एतद्विज्ञाय
मद्भावाय
मद्भावाय
उपपद्यते.
उपपद्यते
Thus the field as well as the knowledge and the